Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't
I wonder what she could possibly be saying. What she's going to say that's going to give any insight into this world. Is she going to give a good take and be respectful and admit her flaws, or is she just going to blame everyone else as she always does? Let's see this, people.
know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes.
She says this like it's an accomplishment, like it's something that everyone should be going towards. Come on, like you're keeping the ring from a guy who's you're not marrying. Why is that a accomplishment in any world? Give him back the ring and focus on yourself.
We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something it's a commitment you make to someone.
Wow, you can hear her telling on herself. Just listen to the words that she's using. She's using words very precisely. She's saying that marriage is not sanctimonious. She says it's just a piece of paper, it's just a commitment you make to someone. If it's nothing meaningful and it's just a meaningless thing to do, why do you do it? Why do you go through two previous divorces? Why did you go through an engagement? Why did you want to get married in the first place? If it's nothing meaningful, why did you want it? These women know that they need marriage to survive in this world, to have a proper family, to have proper outcomes for the future. But she's trying to denounce it because it's not working for her, and now she wants to give everyone that same advice. This is terrible. Do not take advice from this lady. Take advice from someone who's in a happy marriage and wants to express that marriage is good.
But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out.
We got to start getting to the root of these problems. We got to start asking, why isn't he giving you what you want in the relationship? If the man isn't physically abusing you, mentally abusing you, or manipulating you, there is a reason why he's not giving you something that you're asking for. Maybe it's because he thinks you don't deserve it, or maybe it's because you're showing him actions that make him not want to give it. We got to stop just thinking, oh, the man is evil, the man is doing everything bad. There's a reason for everything.
Paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
It's okay if you're mad. If I was out flashing my dollars, I'd be a bitch that I followed. They pimp me out.
Now this is hilarious. When I see this, I just look at it as sometimes I think they're joking and sometimes I think they're completely serious. She's trying to compare paying for a first date, meeting a stranger and paying for their date compared to being in a relationship and buying them gifts and presents when they're in the relationship. You can tell me what girl does that? What girl just out of the blue buys a gift for a stranger that she's never met before and pays for their entire meal without loving them? None.
To feel bad, so it's okay that I'm mad.
I knew this bitch named Becky. She liked to talk real sexy, nasty bitch.
I am that bitch named Becky.
That's why I'm so sick of these bitch. I've been like you around, you won't think something like that. You won't think something.
You see, these are the women that understand men. Look at what she says. Listening to women complain about their man doing the bare minimum, but they keep raising the bar to unrealistic standards. We gotta have a universal understanding of what is the bare minimum. Because some girls say the bare minimum is buying her expensive things. Some girls say the bare minimum is taking her on dates every single day. Some girls think the bare minimum is the guy shouldn't be working a 9 to 5. Think about this. We don't know what the actual bare minimum is. As a man, we know that we should be providing and protecting for our women. But every woman comes with a different standard in the West of what the bare minimum is. And they keep raising that standard according to the Chad or Tyrone that they hook up with. So men, be true to yourself and treat a woman right, and she'll stick by your side no matter what.
I just had a major realization.
When I left my husband about 9 months ago, I didn't leave him because I didn't love him. I
Oh boy, here we go.
left him because I did. I left him because I wasn't able to meet his needs. I wasn't able to make him happy no matter how hard I tried, and I didn't see a way forward. There was so many layers to it, and I'm not going to get into it all, but my reasons, all of them came from love. Less than a week after I talked with him, he told me he was on dating apps again, and before he'd even moved out, he'd already gone for coffee dates with other
You see, she doesn't understand that she's not upset that he went on dates. She's upset that he went on dates before her because she's surprised that he moved on before her moving on. It's honestly very simple to tell.
people. And the hardest part about this for me was the fact that because I'd left him, he wasn't doing anything wrong. And so on top of trying to be my best self, I then had to deal with all of my hurt from being so easily replaced so quickly. And with the information that I have, I made the right decision because his life got so much better without me in it very quickly.
You gotta understand that what the man was doing in the relationship probably was the right thing, but because it was boring to her, she probably didn't think that she should be staying in a relationship that's boring. But he realized that he can move on with someone who's ready for his treatment and doesn't have to disrespect him.
And I spent the next 7 or 8 months deeply grieving not just our divorce and our marriage, but everything that it brought up for me. The realization that I just had is that I have been making excuses for not putting myself back out there. It just hurts to be so easily replaced, and I'm not in a rush to feel that again. I love my solitude. I love my independence. And I am very happy alone, but I don't want to be alone for the rest of my life.
You see, let them talk long enough and they'll tell on themselves. She's happy alone but doesn't want to be alone for the rest of her life. But she's on the internet complaining about her previous relationship problems. She's not happy at all. She doesn't want to be alone. She doesn't like being alone. She's looking for comfort with someone else.
And I don't know if there's ever a good time to put yourself out there. Basically, my realization was that I'm getting in my own way, which honestly, is not new for any of us. So where are you getting in your own way?
Are women complaining about giving their partner a list, about having to give their partner a list?
Totally agree, and it's also 10 times worse when it's a last minute thing. They're on their way out the door. I'm gonna stop at Walmart today. Do we need anything? This happened the other day and I stopped my husband mid-sentence. I was like, nope, I'm not doing that today. I am not mentally scanning the house right now to figure out if we need anything from Walmart. It's not happening, so don't even bother stopping there.
So this is the new thing, complaining about your man being thoughtful and wondering if you need anything because he's already outside. The guy never said anything about make a list and scan the house and see what we need. He's just being thoughtful and asking, do you want anything outside? Maybe you need some groceries. Maybe we're light on something. Maybe there's some household cleaners that we need to replenish. Just because he's asking you if you need something outside doesn't mean he wants you to run around the house and make a list. It just means he's being thoughtful and putting you in his mind and letting you know that he wants to get something for you if you need anything. Because a lot of the times there are women who will say no in this situation and wait till the guy is already on his way home to say, oh, could you actually pick this up? Could you pick up some milk? Could you pick up some bread or something while you're on the way home? Even though you told them, I'm going to the store first if you need anything. So I can't fault the guy for just asking if she wants anything. What's wrong with that? Why is that a problem now?
Has there ever been a guy you wanted that you weren't able to get?
Fuck no.
So why do women complain about men when women
Sorry about the volume on this one, guys. The video is actually just low volume itself.
are the ones choosing the shitty men?
Well, the men are not.
How, Sway?
Literally, so I'm gonna put it like this: men, they'll date you, correct? But then when you also start getting comfortable, that's when they show that they're not shit. And then that's when it comes on to the woman's part of leaving the motherfucker. Because if they're not shit, then you need to fucking leave them. But the first men shouldn't be shit in the first place. Because why are you putting on a whole persona just to be not shit in the first place? Like, you can't do all that.
If women
What she's talking about right now, because women have very limited perspective on men, she's thinking of one specific guy who treated her like garbage and she's still tight about it. But she doesn't know how to talk about men in general. She's just talking about her ex that fucked her and left.
Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me? Because I don't want it, but it'd be nice to know that like someone's looking.
Your goddamn husband is looking. Yo, this is like crazy to me that this is actually, you know what? She has the wealth that she needs. She's got a loving husband. She has at least 2 kids. She's a celebrity. All of these things. It's still not enough. It's still not good enough.
What am I supposed to do now?
Get up and go on with your life. It's all right to sit around, be depressed for a minute, cry about it, do whatever you have to, but don't stay there too long. Get up and go on with your life.
Lisa presents a cheating wife regrets leaving her husband for her lover. Her love was never reciprocated. Her lover cheated on her, then lied to her. Her lover turned out to be.
I have no sympathy for when a woman leaves a man who's treating her good for another man who's in her DMs or trying to flirt with her or trying to pick her up. If you're a woman in 2023 and you don't realize that men just want to have sex with you, especially if you're in a relationship, because you already have the commitment aspect filled, so they're just looking to fill in the sexual aspect. If you don't realize that a man just wants to have sex with you and will say anything that you want to hear to have sex with you when you're in a relationship with someone else, then you deserve anything that happens to you. If they turn out to be a disappointment, turn out to be an asshole, turn out to be someone who lied to you, because you should already know that they only want sexual favors from you. They don't want an actual genuine connection. They don't want intimacy. They just want sex. They just want to have sex with you. That's it.
A big disappointment.
I guess I gotta go. I guess it's time to go.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person.
Huh? Let me get this straight. Your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce? Then why did you marry this person if you felt that there was a chance that you're going to get divorced with him for being a good guy? Why would you even marry the person? Just stay in a long-term relationship and always be ready to leave. Why go through the commitment of marriage if you're having the back of your mind, he's a good guy, but I'm ready for divorce? What are you doing with him? Why are you walking down the aisle with him? Just don't even bother to get married with him if you feel there's a possibility for divorce due to him just being a good guy.
So don't let guilt get the best of you.
You're not doing him any favors by staying. If anything, you're actually going to start building up resentment. Your relationship doesn't have to be toxic to validate your feelings of wanting to leave. Think of it this way. If he's a good guy, he deserves to be happy. That means he deserves to be with somebody who values him and wants him just the way he is. If that's not you, you gotta let him go.
He may not see it like this right now, but you're doing both of you a favor.
I don't know if this is real or fake, but this is absolutely sickening. If you're still in a relationship with someone and you're actively talking to another person trying to leave that relationship with the other person, first of all, you're going to get played. Like, that should be obvious, you're going to get played. But secondly, I hope her husband sees this if this is real, so he can leave her ass and let her know that he's on to better things. Because how dare you be in a relationship with a man and have a communications with another man trying to leave this relationship just so you have a safety cushion. Once you get out of the relationship, you have someone to jump back on. That's disgusting behavior. Like, why would you even want to put yourself through that? The repercussions that can come from that is grave. You'll be left with no one. The guy who you're cheating with is not going to want you, and the guy who you're with currently is not going to want you. Sickening.
Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know.
Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Remember to stay strong, be manly, and keep moving forward.